In the land of surf and surf competitions, cars of all stripes, colors, and attitudes, dogs with their own beach, rests another escape. For the Equestrian. The Huntington Central Park Equestrian Center is 25 acres of prime land, situated on Golden West Street, bordered by Ellis to the south, Edwards to the west, and Central Park to the north. It is part of the Huntington Beach Central Park, in a lease agreement with the city of Huntington Beach. The center has been home to over 400 horses and managed professionally today by Huntington Central Park Equestrian Center. The center was constructed originally in 1982. Longtime HB residents Bob and Connie Mandick were essential toward the early conceptual idea of forming the Equestrian Center, which Bob Mandick made central when he served on the Huntington Beach City Council and was mayor twice. Bob and Connie's love of horses were paramount in their passion to protect horses and the open space from another desired use, a golf course.
Well, you got to understand, horses have been part of Huntington Beach since its inception. In the early 40s, I had a horse called Peanuts, used to be taken care of at Delaware and Atlanta on the Bluff, because there used to be a horse ranch right across the street from where City Hall is right now. That was part of Huntington HB Company had, Chevron Oil. And they actually had an all-girls horse facility there. And through the years, there's been a lot of pressure for the development to get rid of the horses, so we wanted to make sure they stayed here forever. And that's why we made a tremendous effort to build a facility that would maintain the horses forever in Huntington Beach.
I just think it's the best possible use for the land. It is pristine, it's like it was. Our facility is world class, that fits in with our community. It's upgraded to fit with the rest of the development that's taken place in Huntington Beach. And we've got, the sports complex, we have all these other things, but this is the only place and really only beach city that has something like this, and probably the whole state of California.
The charm, the character, and the pure aesthetics of an actual working equestrian center is complemented by its many quality boarders, professional vendors, and service providers. Becca Kinker, a former employee at the center, rescued her Samson.
It just makes me very, very happy. When I see him, I get happy, I get, endorphins, and, he's so loving, and it's such a great experience. And again, I love that I rescued him. It just makes him all the more special.
The reason I boarded here is it's a wonderful community outreach, educational resource. It's open 7 days a week. We have over 400 horses here. They offer lessons, they offer special events, weddings, celebrations of life. They offer clinics, Girl Scout, and all kinds of Scout badging. And we're also a mini city here. We have a lot of people that come and help us. The different veterinarians, we have the farriers or blacksmiths.
We're waiting for the shoes to heat up a little bit so they're a little easier to shape. And they still can't feel it.
On this one?
But like I said, they will feel some of the pressure and just the concussion. But as long as my nails don't go in the wrong spot, we're good.
My wife Emma and I, we got married here up at the Red Horse Barn about 2.5 years ago. All of it goes round and round. Umbra, that's where he lives, up top there. It's just so amazing. I mean, I grew up down here my entire life, 25 years old now, but I grew up surfing down at the beach, pretty much skateboarding around here, riding some motorcycles, and then a lot of people don't even know that there's a 200+ horse barn right down here in Huntington in the heart of all of it. Pretty crazy.
Master saddle maker Scott Foy began riding horses at the center at the age of 9.
Like 1987, 1988 was when we moved back here, and I got my first pony, and my aunt was a horse trainer here. She moved here in, I think, 1986. The Equestrian Center was only a couple years old, and she was one of the trainers that was here. So And then, as they say, the rest is history. I'm still here, 36 years later.
Rachel is one of 12 trainers available at the center.
I think a huge part about the facility that people aren't aware of is that there's so many free events here that they can come and see and be a part of. We have TRC, the Therapeutic Riding Center, is always doing different events.
I love being here at the Equestrian Center because it is like a little paradise in the middle of nowhere. We provide therapeutic riding lessons, it's an adaptive program for adults and children with disabilities. So we are PATH certified, which is a professional association of therapeutic horsemanship, and we provide these lessons to our families with any kind of disability. And it's proven that this program and programs like ours make a big difference. We've had children have never spoken, speak their first word. Three-dimensional motion of the horse gait simulates walking better than any kind of OT that you could ever get in a doctor's office. So it's proven. We had some families come just last week and they had no idea it was here. There's 400 horses here, and it's really like a little paradise in the middle of the city.
The mission of Free Rein Foundation is to take abused and unwanted horses and really to harness their unique ability to work with individuals. Our youth right now are struggling from a mental health crisis. Our foundation here at Free Rein really is here to address the mental crisis plaguing our youth today, and we do this through the amazing, intricate sense of the horse.
The Free Rein Foundation's connection to the Huntington Beach Police Department is well documented, as the city's mounted unit is boarded at the center. Part of the origin of Free Rein is rooted within the HBPD.
At Free Rein Foundation, the relationship that we have with the Huntington Beach Police Department and the LAPD, it's incredible. In fact, that's how we got our start. So we really value the relationship we have with law enforcement. In fact, we just participated again in the Nick Vela Ride on the Beach, and we took out 4 of our rescued Mustangs that have been trained and many of them rehomed. And that was just such a beautiful thing to show our partnership and how much we honor the relationship that we have with the Huntington Beach Police Department.
Thanks for coming. This is Bella. This is Raza. They actually live together in the pasture behind me, which is pasture 2. And I bring Bella in here because she's a little apprehensive with people. So let's see. So she's a quarter horse mare, chestnut, and Raza is a thoroughbred. They actually came together from a rescue from Riverside County.
The Huntington Central Park Equestrian Center is a fully sustainable entity all its own and doesn't receive any subsidies from the city whatsoever. The community outreach and hosted events, the nonprofits like Therapeutic Riding Center and Free Rein Foundation are continuing examples of how stakeholder integration plays a key role for center support, thus not relying on public tax dollars to operate. The camaraderie between workers, boarders, and horses creates a synergy that enhances a working management style that breeds cooperation. The Equestrian has enjoyed a most rewarding experience over the years, and thus the center, from its most earlier roots, has enjoyed connecting with lovers of horses and the outdoors, like the days of the early horse shows. Here's a show program from the wildly popular GTE Classic Horse Competition, a benefit for the city's Early Art Center. The celebrated and well-rounded Huntington Beach Central Park Equestrian Center is still thriving.
They take really good care of the horses. They clean once a day. They feed twice a day. And they groom the arenas twice a day. So everything's really good for your horse, the footing and everything. And they have a lot of amenities, wash racks, all the trainers. So it's really nice here. We like it a lot.
A lot of people come into this property and they drive in and they have no idea how big it is and how many opportunities there are for the public without having to necessarily invest in a horse. Their kids can come and take one riding lesson. They could take multiple riding lessons. They can go on trail rides. There are so many different options, and I think that's important for the community to have that. It's just a great place to be.
We are so fortunate to be able to partner with the city on this beautiful facility. We have 25 acres of park property that they're allowing us to lease and keep 400 horses within Huntington Beach. So it's a very fortunate place to have here in the city. It makes me feel so good to hear everybody's story about the way their horses change their lives and the way this community, horse community, changes their lives. These horses are so amazing animals that they bring joy and love to so many people.
For more information about the Huntington Central Park Equestrian Center or its many trail rides and offerings, go to hcpec.com.